Okay, we have 111. Okay, so great, great. Everybody can hear me. All right. So first of all, I want to thank you, Diamond Nanda and Diamond Chinese, for giving me this opportunity to be your MC in Seed Studio tonight. All right. So I would like to thank you, my upline Shirley Tan, and my beloved mentor Emerald August and Iris for guiding me throughout this business, Amway business. All right. So first of all, I would like to thank you everyone, and it's not too late to wish everybody Happy New Year. So let us put a lot of emoji to wish, even though this is our second week. So let us keep the momentum roll, okay? All right, I believe everybody start strong, So, okay, and then I also want to thank you for everybody also, because week in and week out, every Friday, all of us here tak pernah skip the class because we want to learn, correct or not? Even though that, Friday night, you might, our friend have a lot of things out there, but you guys are here to stay and learn. So why not everyone give an emoji to encourage each other? Like we just put love, flower to encourage, like, wow, you are here. We are family. You are here. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I see a lot of fire. So if you are new friend here, so welcome to our big family seat studio. Right. So is everybody excited for tonight class? So if you are excited, can you just put like flower and fire? So we want to be excited lah. Kita just enter New Year kan. We don't want to be like down. Past is past, so New Year, so everybody must have a lot of fire, okay? So tonight we have two great speakers. When you see the poster, there's two great women gonna share with us with powerful topic tonight. So let me introduce our very first speaker. So our very first speaker will be Madam Parvathy. Okay, let me share Madam Parvathy punya background lah. She's a working mom with 3 kids. Currently, she's attached with corporate broadcasting company as an administrator for the past 20 years. Currently, she's building Amway business for over 5 years as her retirement plan. Amazing tak business ni. You can work at the same time you can building your retirement plan. So tonight, she's going to share a topic when A become breath. So apa benda ni? Okay. So without delay, without further ado, let me welcome our very first speaker, Madam Parvathy. So let us welcome her with a lot of fire, encourage her. Okay. So let me see a lot of fire. Okay. Over to you, Madam Parvathy.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. I'm Madam Parvathy. Thank you, MC Joyce, for the very nice, sweet introduction. First of all, give yourself a round of applause because all of y'all are here. There are a lot of people outside there busy for not a better life, but here we are busy for a better life. So, round of applause to all of y'all. Okay, before I start, let me say that my upline is Dr. Anusha and my mentor is Diamond Nanda and Diamond Chinese. Please give them a round of applause also, and also give them a lot of roses, red roses, love, and all that. Okay, so today my topic is about udara lah. So there are things in our life that we have to really be concerned. One is udara, next is air, and then is makanan. So this is when I talk about air, I remember school time. Teacher always teach us about this air, water, and food. So most of the time when we are not feeling well, what we look for is first thing comes to our mind is we will say, oh, I think I didn't eat something right, so I should change my food habits or my diet. If you ask me, if we can settle our air that we breathe in and the water that we drink, the food will be the third one. So let's talk about the air that we breathe in today, because without air we won't be alive. Okay, before that, let me share my screen. All right, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, can.
To talk about the air that we breathe in. So the quality of air that we breathe in is the most important thing. So nowadays, I mean, not nowadays, for quite some time, there are a lot of invisible things around us that we can't see. Sometimes we overlook things that even visible to us. No doubt if we never realize things that are invisible, like all these allergens and viruses, bacteria. After the pandemic, a lot of people have this awareness, and they think that it's not safe around us and our children. So there are a lot of invisible bacteria and viruses that is surrounding us. So it's like what I said, like awareness. There are a lot of viruses, that the size is very small. Sometimes we are not too scientific people, right? We are just an ordinary people who just want to our family to be safe. We go to work, come back, and then we make sure the food is on the table and the kids are safe. So what are the things that we have to consider that our family is safe is the things that invisible around us. So these viruses and whatever the particles are, they are actually everywhere. The toys that our kids use, the kitchen countertops or doorknobs, is just there like something that is going to attack us, but we are not aware. It's so lately the influenza virus, is like a disease which affect the nose, throat, and lungs, right? So influenza is spreading like easily between people, and it can spread to others. I've also seen people with influenza A, B. The effect of them we cannot think that they are just coughing or sneezing. Nowadays anybody who cough or sneeze also, we run away from them, right? Because it is because of the virus. Those days, cough, sneezing or fever, it's like very nothing one. Our parents, our mother will just give us, some hot swab and all that. And then she say, okay, go to sleep. Nowadays, a bit of fever, cough, sneezing, we run to the doctor because we are so scared of all these invisible things are attacking our family and us. So the quality of air is actually quality of life. Breathing, one thing we all have in common. So the moment someone stops breathing, then that's it. That means it's time to go to heaven. It's already there. So every day we breathe around 20,000 liters of air. That's a lot. Just imagine, but you may not realize you're surrounded by invisible dangers, right? So did you know the air in our home can be up to 5 times more populated than outdoor? I'm sure you all are aware because we are all in the business. We are doing a lot of research, and we also learn. We are the people who like to learn things in order to tell our loved ones that, how important they need to know all this. So how does polluted air impact you? We will have sleeping problems, lung, don't have go to until lung cancer, but lungs will be infected, and then asthma and allergies. So pollutants and allergens has a remarkable clinical impact on citizens, not only European citizens, any citizens also. So they affect our respiratory system, right? And there is a lot of allergens that we are exposed to. Small particles, big issue. One simple solution is atmosphere sky. Okay. So where do we spend our time? Most of the time, 69% dalam rumah kan. So only like we are in the car for 5%, 11% outdoor. But most of the time, our lifetime we spend at home. And that place, just imagine, 5 times more polluted than outdoor. So then how clean that we can keep our house, right? So the air pollution is all around us, right? So whatever that's in the house, like let's say people smoke or some people have pets, and there are, when we cooking, they have these odors, and then now bacteria and viruses everywhere, dust and mold. So you name it. Sometimes when we are outdoor, we just say, okay, the air is polluted outside, go home. But when come inside, there are so many other stuff that we have to breathe in. So just imagine how our breathing will be, not only us with bigger lungs, but just imagine the kids with small, cute lungs, breathing in all these virus and bacteria and such big particles. Similarity of all rooms, sometimes we paint very nicely, but we also know formaldehyde is commonly found in paints, and that is actually a very bad air pollution too. And then possibilities of, things that affect humans, like nasal and eye irritation and, asthma problem and all these. There are minor and also major. Process of pollution is all over. But nowadays, luckily, we don't have volcano eruption, but other countries got. So we are safe on that part. But vehicles, factories, and forest burning, that is the worst. Sometimes the whole sky disappears in front of us. We can't see anything. And rubbish burning is like very common already. People just burn rubbish everywhere. Another thing that we see most often is construction. Everywhere you see there are buildings coming up. Just imagine, around you are all buildings only. So that's how the air get polluted. You see, this is in Japan. When I saw this, I got very, very scared because we don't have that awareness to see what is around us. So I'll just play this video.
特殊なカメラで映し出そうというのです。塵や埃を完全シャットアウトした
showing that is during with this type of light, whatever we are sleeping in, see the amount of particles that is surrounding us.
果たしてこちらが特殊カメラの映像。おとなしく動きだけで一気に胞子を含む微粒子が舞い上がりました。
すごいです。
布団に入ってもそれは漂い続け、寝返りを打つとさらに舞い上がります。鼻のあたりを見てください。たくさんの微粒子が体内へ。そう、寝ている間で。
You know why I leave the sound on? Because the impact is more powerful, You see the way they say, oh, it's like, we feel it, right? That is all when she's sleeping, it's going inside the nose, and the nerves cannot trap it. It all goes inside, and then we have a nice filter inside us, right? The lungs, and it filters all this. And then, when during the pandemic time, we were like, everybody is so scared about the virus, and everybody were getting, some sort of air purifier, because they found out that it's airborne, it can just fly over us, and then all that scientific things that they were mentioning, that was quite scary, lah. But I was in peace. You know why? Because I have atmosphere sky in my house. So whenever my daughter comes back home, she have to wear all that, the safety PPE, we call it PPE. And then when she comes in, I spray her outside the house. And then I cleanse her, and then she comes in, but still, luckily, thank God that we have something that whatever is left out can be filtered. So that is actually a peace of mind, and that is what we have invested in. It is not about spending money on things like luxury. This is no more luxury. This is a necessity. So a lot of articles came out about the COVID virus. Now recently is influenza. When I walk in my office, every time my friend is not around, the only answer that I'm getting is influenza, either A or B. Those days, influenza is like nothing, just get fevers, get some antibiotics or, some cough mixture, everything's gone. But nowadays, it's not like that. Okay. And this is also one of the surveys that, they have done. You see, Japan is so advanced, right? And then only it comes to Malaysia. You see, they see how the droplets, it's when people sneeze around us or, that it's already in the air for so many hours. And that is actually will affect the other person. I'll just show you this video.
ることができる世界最高水準の技術です。実験開始。まずはくしゃみです。目に見えるのは直径1ミリ程度の大きな飛沫。すぐに落下します。ところが高感度カメラで見てみると、
Okay, that's all I want to show. It's very disgusting. Anyway, with the special camera, you see that thing all, it's in the airborne, right? You just imagine, people, I mean, I'm sure when we sneeze, we are very decent people. We will close our mouth and sneeze. But still, it doesn't stay there. It actually travels through the air, Okay. This one, you see, even without a mask, both guys are talking.
マイクロ飛沫がくしゃみ以外で発生する様子も見えてきました。
バナナボートとか乗ったら楽しい。いや、絶対楽しい。めちゃくちゃ楽しい。
試したのは至近距離での賑やかな会話。大きな声を発すると、たくさんのマイクロ飛沫が発生します。二人の間で漂い続け、なかなか消えません。このマイクロ
So you saw, we are at home and then we are talking, and then people visit us, there are, we don't close our mouth and talk, right? But you see the droplets, how the micro droplets are moving around, it's going everywhere. It can just be in our sofas or anywhere in our curtains or anywhere in the house. So these are the things that we overlook sometimes. We don't really realize what is exactly happening out in our surrounding. So thanks to Amway, actually, when we are in the business, this is how that we learn about safety of our family, of ourselves, and all these invisible things that are around us. Thanks to Amway, actually, because I think if I'm not in Amway, I wouldn't have, bothered to get to know about all this. Okay. And also, I'm sure majority of you know that outside air pollution, it causes a lot of deaths, but sometimes we don't really, we are too busy people, right? We go to work, we work, we are so hardworking, we come back night and then we sleep. So, but, we don't realize, that the awareness is the one that is very, very important, that we have to find out. You see, throughout the world, there are 3 million deaths, but it's all related to air pollution. Scary, right? It's actually very scary. When a normal person like me, I don't have any medical background or any scientific background or what, but for me, it's very scary because as a mom, I'm only concerned about my kids. Even though my kids are grown-up adults, but still, as a mom, every mom is so scared, right? About what will happen to their kid. So when we find out about all these, the one we want to protect is our loved ones, and also to help people around us to be safe.
Air pollution. It lurks all around us, preying on the young and old. It slips unnoticed past your defenses and assaults your lungs, heart, and brain. Its deadliest weapons are invisible, poisonous particles that can be as small as a molecule. With every breath, they break through your lungs' protective barriers. There, they trigger inflammation as your system tries desperately to fight back. But these tiny intruders penetrate those defenses, lodging toxic compounds even deeper, sowing the seeds of cancer. They slide straight into your bloodstream, sabotaging your entire body. They inflame and constrict your blood vessels, increasing blood pressure until, one day, causing a stroke. The particle prowlers dislodge fatty plaque that may have built up from your diet. They weave clots that can be deadly blockers of blood flow to your heart or brain. With each new case of heart attack, stroke, lung disease, or cancer, air pollution adds another life to its hit list. Let's stop this invisible killer.
So what we are talking about is, that it affects almost every part of our organs. So if it affects the particles that affects our heart, we can get heart attack. The particles goes to the brain, and we have stroke. So sometimes we are more on of our health. We are very actually health conscious, right? We are always thinking that, I have to take care of my body. I have to be healthy. I have to age gracefully. And then we allow all these particles to go inside our body to affect all our organs. So with having a proper air purifier, we can save our life so much. That means, let's say we are meant to go off in the age of 80. Maybe with all this proper nutrition and health conscious protection, we can stay up to 100 lah, which is good, right? So let's say I'm keep on talking about the particles and all that. There is actually this PM 2.5, which is it's as very, very small. If you see the tiny dot here, that is the 2.5, where our nose, can let it in. It cannot filter. It goes into our lung. So this is the most worst particles that we have to be very, very careful of. So we don't have a special camera like what I showed you all earlier, right? They found out these are the particles around us. But sometimes when you are sleeping, you just close all the lights and on your torchlight, you can see these particles around you. So you go and try. I'm sure most of you would have tried this, right? So go and try and see how many particles are around. Sometimes you can see mosquitoes also going around. Right. Okay. So this is what happened. It has nose irritation, it causes throat irritation, and then it goes into our lung and give lung problem and also lung cancer. And when it goes to the heart, that's where the cardiovascular disease start lah. So this is the one that we want to protect ourselves from. This PM 2.5 is the one that you should remember. So PM 2.5, particulate matter 2.5, is the smallest particles and can travel deep into lungs, causing lung and heart problems. So this is the one that we want to avoid so that we can be healthy. Okay. So this is what I meant. You don't have to remember all. You just see the dot there, the one small red dot there. That is PM 2.5, and no one can actually filter. Our body cannot filter this. Our nose cannot trap it. It will go inside us easily. All right. So how do we have benefit from having an air purifier? So it improves our air circulation, reduce respiratory disease, and remove bacteria and viruses. So now we are talking about coronavirus and influenza, but there are a lot of viruses going to come in the future. We cannot deny that there are more scientifically named viruses that's going to affect our family, which we can't deny. And we all know it's going to happen. We cannot close our eyes, say no, nothing will happen after this. Yes, no doubt we have to be positive, but the nature is like that. The surrounding is like that. So what we suggest is atmosphere sky. Yes, atmosphere sky is actually, I call it a security lah. We don't need a security outside our house. Actually, we need a security inside the house to protect us. Okay. So this guy is very handsome lah. The first time I saw him, I went to the Sunway Convention Center. When he came, my daughter and I, we had the privilege to meet him, and I was very impressed with the way he presented the atmosphere. He said even he likes cats, and even when the cat pass by the atmosphere will awake and straight away filter. That that is what I call security for our family, right? It protects us all the time with even we never realize it. That's how these scientists, amazing scientists, have created this atmosphere sky. So we have 3-stage filtration system, effectively remove potential airborne contaminants and perfect for cleaning the air in all rooms. So if you see, first we have 3 filter, right? The first one is the pre-filter. It reduces large particles such as dust, captured large particles. Whenever I open my pre-filter, I can see hair, my hair. Sometimes our hair drop, right? Luckily, we have our atmosphere, all the hair, it will filter. So the house don't have hair, thank God. So if you see here, it doesn't only filter all the big dust, but also rambut, kan? Because most of the people, the rambut drop everywhere, right? You cannot deny that, that's the truth. Even though we take protein, our hair grows very nicely, but still it drops. And then luckily we have the pre-filter. These are some of the pre-filters condition. You see this one. Wow. All the big dust, everything it cleans for us. So if this pre-filter doesn't clean all this dust, where will it go? Do you think we will sweep it and vacuum it? No, it's just around us. And most of the time, just imagine our kids walking, like that, and it just goes into on their body, inside them. We never know, kan? And these are pre-filters where people have pets. Yes, I love pets too, but we must know that the pets we love, we care, we carry, and then they also have dander. They also have some health issues, or some, their hair drop and all that, their fur drop. Luckily, we have the filter atmosphere sky in the house, so that it filters all this, right? Because we love our pets so much, we can't leave it outside. So we have to, in order for our pets to be in, we have to also save ourselves. So that's why we have the atmosphere sky. The most important part of the sky is actually the HEPA filter. Okay, this HEPA filter I like the most, because outside market, all the brands can only filter 0.3 microns. And ours can filter as small as 0.0024 microns. Wow. That is even smaller than remember just now I said PM 2.5? It is much more smaller than that. So are we safe? Yes, 100% safe. Effectively remove 99.99% of bacteria and virus. We are 100% safe from all these particles, right? So if you see all the viruses, their sizes is usually around about 0.1 micron, So when it comes into our house or it's brought in by somebody, we can be in peace. We don't have to worry, because our atmosphere sky can filter 0.0024. So not only now, current situation, even in future, I can guarantee and openly say any new viruses that is coming into this country or this world, atmosphere sky can filter. So give it a round of applause. Really salute the scientists who have come up with this type of security for our family. Okay. Now I said, right, the standard HEPA, the particle reduction is about 99.9%, but atmosphere sky is 99.99%. Particle size outside standard is 0.3 micron only, but ours, you see the number 0.0024. Wow, just imagine. So that's what we want in our homes. And this is the difference for those who don't know how big is the 0.3 micron and how the dot there, the small dot there, which is 0.24. Let's say COVID size, virus size is this big. So this one will definitely cannot trap one. It can go through easily. It goes into an air purifier, but it comes out easily. But when it goes into the sky, it will never come out. Wow, it's so good, right? So these are all the differences that you can see for yourself, the outside brand and also atmosphere sky. We talk more about virus and bacteria because these are the one going to cause illness to our body, Sometimes there are these cleaning freaks, they clean. So they are very satisfied. My house is clean, but they cannot clean the virus and bacteria that comes into our house. So they need air purifier inside the house. And this the HEPA filter, when you open, is actually very, very huge inside. And this is the difference between before and after. And this is the like the outside brand, their HEPA is like that, and ours, you see the difference. And also you can see the difference. All this is just to show you how small is the outside market HEPA and ours is how big. And the carbon filter, the one filters all the door and all that, you can see the difference for yourself. And most of the clinics, kindergartens, hospitals, international schools, everybody is actually not only healthcare, it's not only the healthcare sector. It's almost everyone, they want to be protected and they are safe by having atmosphere sky at their environment. Okay. Even you see Dr. Lim, our famous badminton player also have atmosphere sky in his house. And this is also in the University Malaya swab test area. They also use atmosphere sky. Not only that, my daughter, since she's working in the PPUM ICU pediatric ICU, they have atmosphere sky inside there to take care of the babies that come into ICU. You see here, this booklet has been out many years ago, So at that time, we were not talking about coronavirus, influenza and all that, but the scientists already did the research and already put it in the book saying that all these viruses will be filtered. And, that is the guarantee and safety that I want as a mother. And I want that my family or my loved ones are safe with this type of scientific, daringly putting it into a book. Not everyone does that. Sometimes people just share verbally, but they never put it in writing because people can sue them, right? If put in writing. You see here, when I see all this, it said like, wow, those days itself, they already come up as Ebola, don't have already, but still every viruses, the scientific name that we don't know. We only know coronavirus because it attacks us, right? Other than that, all these are, I'm sure it's around us, but the atmosphere sky can filter all this, right? Just imagine so many bacteria and viruses. This is in the ICU ward also in Singapore. They also use atmosphere. So when it comes to carbon filter, it is one of the best I like the most is because sometimes we just say it filters cigarette smell. The cigarette that most of the smokers, they say, okay, I want to protect my kids. I smoke outside the house. Actually, the smoke, do you think it stays outside? No, right? It sticks on their shirt. It sticks on their body. When they come and sit inside, it sticks on the sofa. But maybe people don't realize. So when the baby or child go and touch them, it sticks on them. It goes into them. So if the smokers say that, oh, I'm taking care of my children, my family, I smoke outside and come inside, actually that's not true. It sticks everywhere on them. And when they come inside, it sticks everywhere inside. So we need this carbon filter to, protect us actually. Pets are also same. We don't know, right? And then the damp smell and all that. So we had a customer who has an aquarium shop. He has all these R1 fish, big R1 fish, about 10 aquariums. It's a hobby lah. So when we enter his house, when you have aquarium, you have the fish smell, right? So when we went his house, he got that smell lah. Then he said, if this sky can take out the smell, then I will get one. So we say, okay, never mind. We put here 2 days. We'll see how. After 2 days, my husband took me to his office house. He opened the door. First thing he asked me, got smell? I said, I don't smell anything. He straight away write the check and give it to us, and say that, oh, at last I found a solution. See, our atmosphere sky can solve all your problems. Smell, solve. Then that last 2 weeks, we have a customer of us, a very good friend. He runs this homestay. But the house, they have the sewage problem, got smell. So when the customer go in, they complain. They say got smell. So we suggested, I said, okay, let's go and put the atmosphere sky there for 2 days. Okay, we said, okay, we are who? We are consultants, right? So we help them to solve their problem lah. So when we went there, put there, after 2 days, we don't keep it for too long because we want them to get one, not rent hours to them, right? So after 2 days, we call him, we go and take back. he straight away asked the company to transfer the money to our account to get one for the homestay house. Now his customers are very happy lah. So you see, this carbon filter, sometimes we don't really think big about this carbon filter, but since like we are building the business, we go around seeing our friends and talking about carbon filter. When it gives us the satisfaction and solve their problem, we get more trust, more trust on this atmosphere sky. And that's what is happening. Like you have the trust and say, any problem I put there, you no need to say anything. After 2 days, confirm one, solve already. That type of thing that we have. You see, the surround area inside, even though it looks like flat and small, 205 football field space, inside. Just imagine. And then we also have the clean air delivery rate, all these, if you want to know more about this, you can refer to the people. And sometimes they ask, okay, how many liter it can filter? Okay, 8,500 liter per minute, 300 square feet is cubic feet per minute. It's like really good. Effective area, 465 square feet is really very fast. And this is how it looks like. You can see the lifespan of the filters here itself. Once it turns orange and then to red, it's time for you to change. So in between, there is no things like service and all that, unless you just take and clean the vacuum the pre-filter. And then anything goes around it, it's already showing you red that I'm here. I'm your security guard. I'm cleaning it for you. You be in peace. Don't worry. That's how much confidence that it gives us. And we also have this connectivity, which I like the most, because the app also shows us the lifespan of the filters. And when you're outside, you can always check what is the air quality of your house inside, and you can adjust your air quality. Let's say you have a rough day outside and you want to come home, sleep, have a good rest. You can just adjust it while you're on the way back. Great, right? That's what I call high technology, right? And also all that third-party certifications. Okay, the Allergy UK certification, you can go in the website and check for yourself that, all that filtrations they are third-party, they are not earning any money from Amway or any company. They are just a filtration where they give you a seal to say that, okay, this one has this one has this. That's how it works now. And you don't have to worry about whether it's going to be high electricity, and all that. We have all this Energy Star, ECAF, and all allergy friendly. I like this one, allergy certified for asthma. Allergy, there's a lot of allergy, but there are a lot of people also suffering from asthma, right? So this one is good. Sinus is a common thing amongst children. Even my son has sinus, so I put the atmosphere sky in his room. Within few days, he came and said that, how come I stopped sneezing at night? And I was like, I didn't even realize it. That much that atmosphere sky helps us actually. So if you want to do the comparison, we already done it for you. If you go into the Allergy UK, you can see other brands. So if you have these brands in the house, we are not condemning anything, but it's about time you change it to Sky. You know why? It triggers only 2 allergens. Then we spend so much of money to trigger house dust mite and pollen. We don't even have pollen in Malaysia, right? And then this brand also, if you see, also have triggers only 2 allergens. This one also, very famous brand, also have only, filter 2. This one, lagi famous. They have the best, business strategy, but can only filter smoke only. And then house dust mite and pollen. This also a bit better, can filter the bacteria, but not virus. Cat allergen, dog allergen, and the house dust mite, smoke. You see our atmosphere drive, So for drive, whenever you are in a car, the only thing that you have to remember is one lah. Car's air pollution is 15 times lebih teruk dari luar lah. That's the only thing that you have to remember. So sometimes when we see people, the first thing they say, I'm inside the house, I'm inside the car. Air pollution is only outside. No, the air pollution is everywhere and it's worse indoor. So you have to have something to protect you indoor more than outdoor. Okay, so this one also, it has more compared to the previous brands and triggers more allergens and irritants. This is our old atmosphere sky also can filter so many. And you see here, they have the virus and bacteria. All the previous one, the filter virus, right? And this is our atmosphere sky. You see what you want, everything. Pet dander, just now I mentioned, right? And then dust and, cat allergen, cockroach, everything. Bacteria and virus is the most important thing. It filters that. Formaldehyde also is quite bad. Smoke, PVOCs, VOCs, you name it, it filters. So when we want to spend our hard-earned money, if for an investment, atmosphere sky is the best investment that we can do for our family. These are all the other comparisons. The number of contaminants reduced. 0.3 in the outside market, I already mentioned. And also some brands, they claim a lot of things, but you can always do your research and find out. Go and look for your friend who invites you for this meeting. Ask them more questions. I used to ask a lot of questions. That's why, sometimes I know what I'm using for my family is the best for them, because we work very hard and we want that hard-earned money to be utilized in a good product. Okay, and we also have atmosphere mini. When this came out, I was very happy because smaller rooms, we don't have to have big ones carrying here and there, right? So we get a smaller one, like in a small room where our children, sometimes we give them the small room and all that. It's designed actually for smaller. Thanks to Amway, when during the pandemic, it also some people who had issues like monetary issues. So they want to cater for all range of people. So they came up with a smaller one so that everybody can afford it. How great they are, because they are always thinking about the customer's well-being, not about profit. That's why they are doing very well. So every time when we think about the customers or loved ones' well-being, money will come in to us automatically, because we are more passionate about our loved ones. So these are mainly perfect for bedrooms and small area. So the clean air delivery rate is about 200 square feet and cleaning performance is about 130 cubic feet. And it has 3 filters also, but it's all combined into 3-in-1. It has the pre-filter, the carbon filter, and the HEPA filter. The capacity is the same as the bigger one with the HEPA, which also filters the bacteria and virus, but it has a 3-in-1 filter. And you don't have to worry when you want to change it. It tells you everything. So it makes our life so busy. When we are so busy also, we don't have to worry, because our life has been made easier by the scientists who have created all these products for us. It's actually amazing CADR for the big one. It filters 3 minutes, It's quite fast, right? 465 square feet. And 3 minutes, 200 square feet for the atmosphere mini. Okay. I've done, I think I've shared most of the thing, whatever I have learned. And thank you to Dr. Anisha and Diamond Anda, because they were always teaching us all this so that we have more information to use this product. And these are the summary of, what are the ways of, to select a good air purifier. Okay. Effectively remove or reduce summary contaminants and disease-causing organisms from the air passing through the filters. They can only affect air that is actually drawn into the system. So it's actually the best thing to have, and it is if you are very concerned about your family health, safety, this is the best security you can give them. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Parvathy. Such a very detailed to understand about atmosphere, correct or not? So I like